Hello everyone. So here's a short demo to see how that works with that document. So actually you don't need to complete or to work into the expenses that you already provided in September that was covering until March 2023. The only objective right now is to make sure that we've been able to know how much you expected to receive from every partner, how much are the actuals and forecasts related to those partners, and see if there are some funds left or if you are over budget for those parts. So actually, you simply need to go and let's say that you have approved budget of 1.6 million, for instance, and among that, this first step is to see what was the actual budget or how much was committed by your different partners. So let's say that you had 1 million from CIHR and um, partner A, and let's simply put two partners, so partner A and B, and then you were to receive 400,000 from that one and $200,000 from this one. So that matches, or this is the expected amount that were committed to you by those different partners. So into step A, so how much was committed, and then how much you received. So we don't need to have the details and the installments and all that stuff. So simply how much you did receive overall. So let's say that we received the $1 million from that one from CIHR, and that you received the full $400,000 from partner A, and let's say that you still have $50,000 to receive from partner B, but at least you should be received that. So this is step one, simply to confirm how much you were to receive, how much has been actually received, and then how much is still to receive. The second part is to simply go into your system. I don't need, or we don't need to have the breakdown per year or whatever. We simply need to have the total forecast, excuse me, the total expenses, and after that, the forecast for each of those sources. So let's say that here you go into your system and you have $950,000. That one was fully used. That one was used for the major part right now, and you still need to spend or plan to spend the 50,000 remaining in the last period. And let's say that here you have $25,000 left. That way, when we do the total of the actual expenses plus the forecast, it gives us the total amount, and therefore we can say here, we can see that we would have a balance of $25,000 compared to what was committed by the different partners. And so in those cases, we can consider that those two here are balanced, and that one will still have a $25,000 that you could discuss with Christine Marcotte about will you be able to spend that? Will you send that back to the central or something like this? And on the opposite, let's say that here you still you have 70K, or let's say $100,000. So just so we have different numbers, that would mean that you would be over budget, because the amount that was committed to you by CIHR and the different partners was 1.6 million, and the total right now with your current expenses and forecasts would be over that. So in those cases, that you will have an automatic sentence that will appear. So this is over budget by the amount that is here. Please reallocate expenses or contact Christine Marcotte so we can check how we can manage that. So one way of doing this would be to either transfer those over expenses to other accounts that you have at your institutions, or we could try to find a way within the network in case we have if we have some funds left from some of the different teams, but that will have to be discussed at this point. And the last figure that could happen would be that if you have, for instance, 450,000 here, and then let's say that this full million is completed, so you're going to use that, and those here you had $400,000 committed, and that you spend 450. So you will have a message here that this is over budget by 50,000. Please reallocate expenses to other funders. In which case you will simply have to do internal transfers of expenses from one account to the other. We don't necessarily need to know how much you're going to manage that. So that way we simply have the total here, and we're good with the partners that are committed, your expenses, and this type of things. So we're all set with that. And last thing, we want to have the actual expenses and how much you received by the different partners up to December 31st. If you have some notes or comments or something is not fully known from your side, you can include that into the comments and notes at the bottom here, and or send us an email to Christine or myself, so that way we can help you. The objective is just to make sure overall again that we don't leave money on the table to return to CIHR, and to make sure that we have everything to help some projects that may have over expenses into their budget. And the last part is to have the confirmation, either confirmation of a letter of commitment from those different partners here. That could be copy of checks, or that could also be to use the signature page here, that you could, as you can see here, the numbers will appear directly because they are linked with the tab number 3. And you could simply sign here, so either make a PDF and add a PDF signature, or put a JPEG here and make a PDF, or whatever ways. So this is another option, and as Christine had into her email into December, you can choose to have those options here if you prefer as well. So we just want to have a confirmation actually that it's all approved from your end. So that's it for this document. And if you have questions, please email Christine or myself, Pascal.